Click the link below for a 30-day free trial of Audible. Man, I have been recently trying to go on my Thorfinn journey of peace arc. This past year, kind of, been through a lot, had some things going on, some trials and tribulations, and so I wanted to relax on getting angry. Because for those that know, I used to get really angry and really pissed off on my channel, and I've been leaning more towards positivity and bringing things up. And now, obviously, I do criticize things on my channel when it comes to anime and games and stuff like that. But I've been pretty sparse with like the rants and yelling and cursing for the most part, man.
What happens in this game is unconceivable. Unconceivable is not even a word. I'm just mad.
But before we start today's video, guys, please make sure you use code DAFFY10 at your next purchase at animeexpress.com. Please make sure that you get yourself something nice like a hoodie, a t-shirt, a Pokeball, or even like some anime inspired lights, anything anime related that you need. Please make sure you head on over there. Link will be in the description below. Please make sure you use my code. That is DAFFY10. And yeah, let's get on to it. Man, I'm about to relapse. So for those that don't know, Ninja Kamui is an Adult Swim original show from the director of Jujutsu Kaisen Season 1 and Volume 0, the movie, Sung-Hoo Park. And obviously his work on both of these series has been phenomenal. And Ninja Kamui, from the trailers and everything like that, it looked to be a really good show. It looked to be cool. Like we have these, obviously it's like ninjas, and we saw some like cyber stuff and all that. We're like, oh, this is gonna be sick. Like all these, storyboards are cool and everything like that. Man. I don't think I've ever been duped into liking a series and then immediately just like dropping the off the face of it since like maybe Baki. Maybe I'm not even gonna like make this video like over 10 minutes or like 15 minutes, even 20 minutes. I'm not gonna even try to get like maximum ad revenue time and all this. I really should at this point in my YouTube career. I just don't want to talk about this show for that long, so we're gonna get right down to the nitty gritty. You know what I mean? So our story starts off with this guy who is on the run from this ninja society, and we see that it's this guy Joe Schmo or whatever this dude's name is. He's living with his wife and his child. And I'm gonna confess with you, as soon as I laid eyes on this little guy, I knew he was gonna die within episode 1, probably within the first 15 minutes. I'll be real with you. And lo and behold, I was right. Both his wife and his son both perished in the first episode. And so here we have a revenge story. Now I want you to ask yourself, I want you to look deep into the recesses of your mind and kind of scan some of those ridges on your cerebral cortex. What ninja has gone on a revenge quest to hunt those who killed his family? Now, what's the biggest one you can think of off the top of your head? I'll give you one, and I'm sure it's the one you thought of. It's Hanzo Azashi, Scorpion from Mortal Kombat. This is literally exactly his story. But you know what? I understand. I get it. Like I know we're at this like weird point in like entertainment history where like sometimes it's kind of hard to create something quote unquote original because there's so much media out there and so much media has been created even over the past like 100 years. So you might run into some stuff that someone else has done before. I get it. That's part of the reason why I like Undead Unluck's power system is because it's so original. I really like it. It's just like these like rules that God has and like these consequences. I like it. It's very interesting. So already with the premise, I was kind of like, this is probably gonna be all right. It's gonna be okay. And I'll tell you, this show is very pretty. I absolutely adore the action in this show, man. I think the animators did a fantastic job. I don't really have any complaints there. I think the art style is nice. I love the art direction. I love the character designs. They all stick out to me for the most part. But that's about it. that's really about it, bro. This story is the biggest nothing burger I have seen in a fat minute. So we have Higan on a quest for revenge for those that killed his family, which I mean, it's a revenge story. Who gives a shit? We see this every other week at this point on streaming services. And there's this big company that they shove in your face the first 2 to 3 episodes called Alza. Oh, I need my Alza goggles. I need my Alza wheel for my bike. I need my Alza vibrator. Do you think that Alza is probably a sinister company? Probably. Like, this is the most piss poor attempts at commentary on big corporations in a capitalist society that I've ever seen. This is horrible. This is like even like more egregious than like The Boys and like Vought and all this. It's so in your face. There's no commentary here. It's just screaming at you, corporations are bad, which I get for the normal viewer. They're not gonna really care about this. I'm weird, and obviously it's my job to critique stuff, so I get I'm a freak. It's okay. I understand. The villains, I mean, like, it was like Ninja Panel, and I don't even know like half of their names, dude. Dude, besides Higan, Emma, and like I don't know the main detective, dude, I don't know anybody's name in this show. Honestly, they are so unmemorable and so just like even like the main detective dude. He's just like I'm a cop. I'm one of the good ones. Corruption bad. I have a family. I don't know why I turned into Batman. What the And here's the thing, it's not the fact that like, oh, the story is pretty weak and the action's good. It's the fact that it completely derails you from what you thought the show was originally going to be. So when I was seeing trailers for this series, I was like, oh, ninjas? I was like, oh, ninja techniques, like a jutsu? I was like, oh, this is going to be like cool. So like, remember like, it's like a real big throwback for those that remember, but from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, like the Lost season, it was like the last season, whatever, where they had like they were like the Mystic Turtles or whatever like that, and they had like all the ninja symbols. They could like turn to dragons and all this stuff, like all this like mysticism right into the Ninja Turtle world. I thought it was gonna be more like that. I thought it was gonna be like, oh cool, we'll get some like more like traditional like Japanese like folklore stuff and all this stuff. I thought it was gonna be like, oh cool, actual ninja anime, cool, like Shinobi, right? Like the Shinobi game. I was like, oh, it's gonna be like that, something like that, cool, sick. Higan busts out all these hand signs, take like a needle out of his wrist and start like spazzing on people. I'm like, oh, okay, this like some gas, this is like some pressure. Buddy, oh my god, then we get these fuck ass mech suits. One of my lights just fell. These mech suits single-handedly killed my desire to watch any more of the story, because I already know what it's gonna be. It's just gonna be a Gundam battle every fight. I don't care. Y'all remember that anime Yasuke, like the first like Black Samurai or whatever, and like people like were interested just like me. People were like, oh, like a first Black Samurai, oh, this is pretty cool. It's gonna be like a historical drama, kind of like people were hyping this up to be the next Vinland Saga. That's how people wanted this to go. Like, oh, it's gonna be like a historical drama. People were interested. People wanted to see that, right? And then they have these like giant mech robots in like all this transformer shit. No one cares, bro. That is the most creatively bankrupt thing you could have done, is introduce robots and mechs. If you want to have a robot and mech story, just do it all the way. Just do it from jump. Don't lead me into thinking that, oh, there's gonna be like some like ninja mysticism. We're gonna see like jutsu and all these like ninja techniques and clans and then you just bring in like these ninja suits. I don't care, bro. Again, the show looks very pretty, but this is the epitome of mid. I saw a tweet today and someone put this exactly as perfectly as I could ever do it. Someone said that this is what people that hate JJK think JJK is. People think that this is literally just all like style and no substance. There's not a hint of soul behind this besides the actual animators working on it. That's it. And then you have this like weird little gremlin who's just like horny all the time and making homoerotic threats to everybody, talking about how he's about to take their butt like he's fucking Fleece Johnson. Like, bro, like it was cute the first like 3-4 times, and then like when you constantly keep threatening to take someone's butt, I don't want to hear you speak anymore. You know what? It's the fact that a lot of the issues that I'm talking about are further exacerbated by the fact that Higan is one of the most boring and bland protagonists I have seen in all my days of watching anime and reading manga, bro. Like, listen, there is nothing interesting about Higan. He is your very standard cookie cutter revenge protagonist. I don't really care, bro. Name me like 3 interesting things about Higan that you know, besides the fact that he likes energy drinks and he wants to kill the people that murdered his family. You can't. You really can't. I'm not talking about his power set. I'm talking about his personality, his ideals, his worldview. There's nothing there. He's just like this. He's not even a blank slate. He's just like a piece of like concrete that's just been like sitting on the side of the asphalt for like years and no one's bothered to pick it up. Like, there's just no substance. There's nothing there. He makes me itch every time I look at him. I like his design. I think the design's cool. And I think the actors that do both his dub and his sub actor, I think they both do a phenomenal job. But Higan just sucks, bro. Like point blank, Higan just sucks. like many other things in this show. I'll tell you what, I will give this show one thing. Thank Christ alive that the one black villain actually has a high top and not those fuck ass Killmonger dreads. Like, I know it's weird because I have high top dreads and I had those at one point, but I had them when they were cool, so it's different for me. I have an excuse. I had those when they were like actually cool, not when they were just like everywhere. You know what I mean? This show is definitely digestible. You could watch this if you wanted to, and if you want to watch it, you want to enjoy it. Hey, bro, do you? I don't really care, but this isn't like peak fiction or anything like that. And not to say that everything that you need to watch has to be peak fiction, it has to be like the greatest story ever told. That's part of the reason I love Demon Slayer. I think Demon Slayer just has a lot of heart. It ticks a lot of my boxes, but I don't want to say it's like the best story I've ever fucking watched in my life. But like this is some like actual mid, and I before I said it's the good kind of mid, but I'm as I talk about it more and more, I just don't care, man. I really just don't care. I already know what's gonna happen. Higan and the final boss are gonna get into like a one-on-one mech showdown. Then at one point they're probably gonna just like exit out the mechs and start like bare knuckle fighting each other or something like that. And then Higan's gonna die and see his wife, or unless they get greenlit for season 2, and then they're like, oh, Higan might live. I don't care. Y'all remember when God of High School came out? Because this seems like exactly like a God of High School situation to me. God of High School has some of the best animation and fight choreography I've seen in a very long time. At that time, it looked great. I loved it. And then like you start adapting like hundreds of chapters within like what 12, 13 episodes or something. God of High School had like, bro, Ed, like that was more of an animation showcase than anything. Like people. And they're never gonna make a God of High School season 2. It's not gonna happen, I promise you. Like the backlash they had, and I'm sure the working conditions that they were under, Crunchyroll is never gonna do that again. Maybe, I don't know. I mean, Tower of God just got announced, so season 2 got announced. So I don't know, anything's possible, I guess. Oh my God, I just don't care, man. I just don't care. I mean, listen, if you want to watch the show, go ahead and do it. If you don't want to watch the show from my video, I completely understand. But yeah, man, rant over. I just gives me a headache. I'll talk to y'all in the next video, man. Have a good one. Bye.